Hey guys, this is Coach KP, and today I'm going to talk about a very popular question on social media. How do you find a soulmate? Okay, so a lot of people these days are looking for that soul connection. Okay, the reason this question is so popular on all of these social media platforms, Facebook, YouTube, and everything, is because people are not looking for shallow relationships anymore. People want to connect with their partner at a deep spiritual level. And that's what brings about the popularity of this question. What I'm going to offer to you today is probably not going to be an advice in a more traditional do this to get this sense, but what I'm going to offer to you today is some questions. And my first question to people that are looking for a soulmate is, do you understand yourself at the soul level? Okay, so what that means is, how comfortable are you being in this body, living this life? And I'm not just talking about the Instagram worthy moments, right? I'm talking about the mucky, the dirty, raw stuff that happens to us in our lives. How comfortable are you sitting with those emotions when things aren't going that great for us? The things that we cannot show on social media, on Instagram, on Facebook, the things that aren't picture worthy. How are you doing with your shadows? And everybody has a shadow. If you're watching this video and you don't know what I'm talking about and you're still looking for a soulmate, you're in for a rude awakening, because what you're gonna find outside in the outside world is a reflection of who you are in your inner world. Okay, so I'm dropping bombs here maybe today because I'm not teaching the manifestation technique, and for that you may be able to go on other channels on YouTube, and there's plenty of that happening. But what I'm doing today here is questioning you. My next question along those lines is the qualities that you consider soul qualities that you're looking for out there in the world. Are you bringing them into yourself? Are you working towards that? How close are you to that? Because you cannot find the qualities in someone that you don't have in yourself. Give you an example. The ability to receive compliments. Very simple example, and it can be applied in many different areas of life. How do you take compliments? Somebody says, hey, you look good. Do you just shrug it off? Or do you thank the person for their time, for their 10 seconds of their life that they're giving you to actually say something good about yourself? Are you able to receive that compliment? And I'm asking this question because if you can't receive a compliment without trying to find an ulterior motive on this other person, chances are you cannot receive love. Even if somebody that really wants to give you love is to give you love, you'll just reject that and not understand the depth of where they're coming from, because you are in some form rejecting that because you are rejecting the good qualities in yourself. Okay, once we start to open our soul to the possibilities that are out there, the possibilities that we are here to experience, we start finding people that resonate with us. There are so many soulmates in this planet that you can have a relationship with, and you can have many different types of soulmate relationships, not just a romantic one. Although having a romantic soul connection with a person that we consider soulmate is so important, maybe that's why most of you are watching this video. There are so many different soulmate connections that one can make in this life. All we need to do is to be open. All we need to do is be accepting of who we are as a person and allow this other person to be who they are in this relationship. Because if we are restricting this other person because it makes us unhappy the way they are presenting themselves in this world, chances are we are never going to find that soulmate connection. Along those same lines, when we are open to being a full expression of who we are in this world, that's when we find soul connection. That's when we will start finding soulmates. If we are looking for that one soulmate in this planet that's going to fulfill us because we feel deprived in some ways, we are in for a rude awakening. And people that are going through this honeymoon phase when they meet someone new, we must realize that this honeymoon period at some point will end. And you'll start seeing the dirty, the mucky qualities come out in yourself and the other person. How can you hold space for them when these qualities start to surface? Some of these qualities may not be what you are looking for in a soulmate, but in the beginning, since infatuation phase is real, how do we hold space for this person? Because love is a verb. Love is a verb, and we have to constantly work at making and keeping love at the level that we want it to be in our lives. It's not a one and done thing. A lot of us think that love is a one and done, and what we do is we put a ton of effort in the beginning when we're finding this person, but we cannot sustain the flow. When we stop loving, when we stop to put in effort towards making a relationship grow, we will not ever find a soul relationship. So allowing the other person in this relationship to be themselves and being able to be who you are and show that, bring it into consciousness, not be so afraid of all of the mucky, dangerous things that may be going on inside of you. Okay, some of us may feel inadequate. Some of us may feel we lack a certain skill, certain things, looks, whatever that may be. When we are able to present that and bring it to our consciousness, not everything needs to be expressed to this other person either. But once we start to love ourselves at that level where we are comfortable with whatever is showing up in our lives, and we are committed to do the same for this other person, that's a soul relationship. And when we start to be in that state where we are so open, our souls are so open, our mind is so open, so accepting of everything that's happening in this planet, we are finding soul relationships everywhere we go. And we start to love people that we have not loved in a long time, when we start to love and accept ourselves. So my question is, are you there? Are you able to be in a soul relationship with yourself? All right? So these are some of the things that I want you to think about. And if you're not there yet, that's perfectly fine. Just understand that no one needs to build Rome by tomorrow. And you can have that once you start to work on yourself, once you start to really be happy with who you are at any given moment, you will start finding soul relationships. It's not that soul relationships are difficult to find. It's just that there are so many barriers towards getting to know ourselves and allowing other people to see us as who we are, that we miss out on soul relationships, soul connections. And that's what this journey is about, is learning to see the soul qualities in ourselves and in everybody else. This is Coach KP. I hope you enjoyed this video. Talk to you soon. Peace.